In this next section, we're going to talk about the eighth notes. Now, eighth notes are half of a count, and the thing you want to keep in mind when you're playing eighth notes is, now is where you really want to start to be connected to the rhythm, because what happens is the beat is split into two parts. There's what we call a downbeat and an upbeat. So if you can see my knee moving here. If I strum right when my foot goes down, that's called a downbeat, okay? Now, when your foot goes up, that's the upbeat. That's the in-between part of the beat, the other half of beat one, if you will, okay? And we're going to strum those two. So I'm not holding a chord because I want you to get this. So now you're going to follow your foot. When your foot goes down, you should be strumming down. When your foot goes up, you're going to strum up. So here's your eighth notes. Now here's how you count these. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you have eighth notes on every beat, the downbeat gets a number, the upbeat is an and. Okay? So now when you hear people referring to play on the upbeat or whatever, they're talking about the second part of your eighth note, the one that goes up. That's what an upbeat means. The downbeat is the number part. Okay? So once again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now in rhythmic notation, you'll notice some markings on the paper, a little bracket and a little V shape. The bracket tells you need to strum down. Okay? The V shape is an up strum. And usually what happens, this isn't concrete, it depends on what song you're playing, what style you're playing, but generally speaking for now, eighth notes, you're going to alternate your right hand. So you're going to go down, up on your eighth notes, and then go down on everything else. Now that will change depending on what style you're going to play. This exercise is going to introduce some different chords. Let me go over these real quick. A7. Your A is open, then you're playing E, G is open, and then D, and then E. So there's your A7. D7 is next. And the fingerings are underneath too if you get mixed up. I always teach my beginners this D7 kind of looks like a little triangle, so that's how you can remember that shape. Yeah, that's a D7. Second finger, first finger, third finger. And the other one is E7. Go back to your E chord that you played before. Take your third finger out so you have open D string right there, and that's your E7 chord. Okay? Now this rhythm is going to go like this. It's 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay? Another thing to remember about this particular chart is you have a blank measure after the A7 measure 3. All that means is you're going to play the same chord. Sometimes you'll see a repeat sign there, and since I have a lot of rhythms in here, I didn't opt to do that. A blank measure just means you're on the same chord. So you keep playing the same chord until you get different instructions later on. So let's try it. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that rhythm is 1 and 2, 3, 4. The eighth note is on beat 1, and all the other 3 beats are quarter notes. Okay, so here, what you're going to do is start the line, or the slash I should say, diagonally from that second line, which is your D line from the top, down to the G line, which is the second line from the bottom. So you can't see right now because my hand is in the way. Once again, I'm a lefty, so I got to write this and then move so you guys can see it. Now here it is up close, and you can extend the line. Just imagine there's another line on the music staff and extend it about that far. Okay, I've already added the count underneath. On top is the pick motion, the bracket is the downstroke, the V shape is the upstroke, and you guys can add that if you want to help you remember how you're doing your strumming. Here it is up close one more time. You guys can click the download and get the sheets to practice this, and just take your time, write them out a lot, and you'll get used to it. It'll be no big deal at all.